Real power isn't about controlling everything around you. It's about getting a grip on what's inside you. Picture this. You're standing in front of a mirror, staring into your own eyes. That's a moment of truth. Ask yourself, am I really living up to my potential? Am I using the power that's within me, or am I holding back that reflection in the mirror? It's got your future in it. It's all about the possibilities of who you could be, the dreams you can chase, and the power you haven't fully let loose yet. But you've got to understand that. Getting more powerful isn't about controlling or dominating others. It goes way deeper than that. Real power comes from mastering yourself. It's about being in charge of your mind, your feelings, and your actions. True power is quiet. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about having control over the one person you can fully influence, yourself. You can't make an impact on the world if you haven't first figured out how to manage your own thoughts. Life's challenges aren't really out there. They're inside your head. If you haven't figured out how to deal with what's going on in there, you can't win the real battle. The moment you decide to face yourself, your fears, doubts, and weaknesses, that's when you start to gain power. Think about the tough times you've had. How many times did you feel completely knocked down, like you had nothing left? But here's the thing, you're still standing. Every hurdle you got over made you tougher, and every failure taught you something valuable. Power doesn't come from dodging tough times. It comes from getting through them. The strongest trees don't grow in easy conditions. They thrive in storms. The same goes for you. The more challenges you face, the stronger you become. If you want power, start from within. You need to build your own inner strength, one that doesn't depend on anyone else. Life can be unpredictable and will hit you with storms, setbacks, and heartbreaks. But real power is about standing tall through it all. It's about facing your situation and saying, I won't be beaten. When you're really powerful, nothing can shake you. Criticism won't get to you, doubt won't hold you back, and failure won't take you down. Power is about getting back up no matter how many times life knocks you over. It's all about resilience, perseverance, and having the guts to keep pushing when others give up. Plus, power needs direction. You can be strong, but if you don't have a clear focus, it's pointless. You've got to channel that strength with purpose and know exactly where you're headed. Fighting for something without a clear vision is pointless. Set your goals, align your actions, and then go for it with confidence. That's how you become unstoppable. And remember, real power comes from being patient. In a world that's always in a hurry and craving quick fixes, the strongest people are the ones who appreciate the value of time. They don't take shortcuts or look for the easy way out. They're willing to wait, put in the work, and build things up slowly, knowing that true success and real strength come from being consistent. It takes time and effort, but power also needs humility. The strongest people aren't the ones bragging about their strength or achievements. They're the ones who quietly keep pushing forward, letting their actions do the talking. Power is often quiet, but its impact is clear. The most powerful folks don't need anyone else's approval because they believe in themselves. So, as you look in the mirror, understand that the journey to being powerful starts with making a choice. A choice to stop holding back, to quit making excuses, and to embrace the greatness that's ready for you. The person you see in the mirror can do so much more than you think. All you need to do is unlock that potential, believe in it, and start living it. This journey won't be a walk in the park. It'll take sacrifice, discipline, and a strong commitment to growing. But once you get a grip on yourself and tap into that power, there's absolutely nothing that can hold you back. You'll become unshakable, unbreakable, and unstoppable. The only question is, are you ready to get more powerful? The first step is staying calm. A lot of people think calmness is a weakness, but it's actually the foundation of strength. When you stay calm, you take charge of your emotions instead of letting them take charge of you. In chaotic moments, it's the person who stays calm that holds the power. That calmness helps you think clearly, make smart choices, and act precisely. Being calm doesn't mean if you're not letting what's going on around you get to you, it means you're choosing to respond instead of just reacting. When you react emotionally, you lose control, but when you stay calm, you take charge of how you deal with the situation. Staying calm can turn challenges into opportunities because your mind isn't bogged down by panic or frustration. It also lets you see things from a wider view. When emotions are running high, people usually get stuck on the problem instead of thinking about solutions, but by keeping your cool, you can take a step back, look at the situation, and figure out the best way to move forward. This way of thinking is super important if you want to be powerful, because true power comes from being clear-headed and focused, not from making rash decisions when things get tough. Staying calm gives off a vibe of stability, and people tend to look up to those who keep their cool during hard times. It's a quiet kind of leadership that says more than words ever could. By staying calm, you boost the confidence of those around you, and that's where real influence comes from. People tend to follow those who can weather the storms. Staying calm is all about self-control. When you're calm, you can really manage your emotions, thoughts, and actions, which helps you deal with tough situations without getting overwhelmed. Being calm under pressure lets you keep your cool and stay focused on your goals. Real strength comes from sticking with it, and that persistence is powered by a calm determination. Plus, when you're calm, you make smarter choices. Those hasty decisions made in a panic usually lead to trouble. Making mistakes is part of life, but staying calm helps you be patient, and with patience comes wisdom. This lets you think through risks and carefully consider your options, making sure your decisions get you closer to your goals instead of taking you off course. Plus, being calm saves your energy. Stress and emotional reactions can really wear you out, leaving you drained and less effective. But when you stay calm, you keep your mental and emotional strength, which helps you bounce back for longer. That kind of sustained energy is really important. Trying to become more powerful isn't just about putting in a lot of effort for a little while. It's about sticking with it and being consistent. Staying calm also affects how others see you. When you're calm, you radiate confidence, and confidence is attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who seem collected and in control. It shows that you can handle tough situations, which earns you respect. And respect is crucial for power, both in your personal life and at work. Learning to stay calm takes practice, especially when there are times when your feelings can really take control. It all starts with being aware of yourself. Notice when you're about to react emotionally, and just pause to take a deep breath. Stay grounded in the moment and try to keep your cool. If you practice this regularly, you'll get better at staying calm when things get tough. Plus, being calm is linked to feeling at peace inside. The more you feel at peace with yourself, the easier it is to stay calm in tricky situations. That inner peace comes from really knowing who you are. Trust in your abilities and don't let outside circumstances knock you off balance. When you nurture this sense of peace, you become unshakable. Staying calm during tough times helps you shine in a world that's noisy, chaotic, and full of distractions. Calmness is a rare trait. It's a quiet strength that says a lot. While everyone else is freaking out, you're thinking straight. While others are just reacting, you're making intentional moves. This ability to stay centered gives you a clear edge and makes you stand out as someone powerful. To sum it up, staying calm isn't just about being quiet or doing nothing. It's about getting a grip on your inner world so nothing outside can shake you. That's the first step to becoming strong, as it sets you up for clear thinking, smart decisions, and laser focus. The second step is to observe more. Observation is one of the most underrated ways to gain power. When you really start paying attention, you notice things that others overlook in the chaos of daily life. People often react without thinking. When you really pay attention to what's happening around you by slowing down and observing, you pick up valuable insights that can help you make better decisions and take smarter actions. Watching how people speak, act, and react lets you understand them on a deeper level, giving you important info about their motivations, strengths, and weaknesses. This knowledge gives you a clear edge, helping you handle situations with confidence. Getting a good read on other people is super important for gaining power because it lets you influence and lead better. By paying attention, you also become more aware of what's going on around you. This awareness helps you catch chances that others might miss. It's not just about seeing the obvious, it's about noticing the little things that can really matter. Whether in business, relationships, or personal development, those who are more observant can grab opportunities and steer clear of potential pitfalls. Pitfalls. When you pay attention, you also become more aware of timing. Timing is everything when it comes to power. Knowing when to jump in and when to hold back can really change the game. By watching how things unfold and how people around you act, you can figure out the best moment to make your move. Patience, paired with observation, lets you act in a smart way instead of just reacting. Observing isn't just about looking at others, it's also about being aware of yourself. By keeping an eye on your own thoughts, actions, and habits, you can figure out where you need to improve. Paying attention to yourself helps you see your own habits, which is key for growth. The more you watch yourself, the more control you get over your actions, giving you more power to shape your life. It's also important to notice how situations change over time. Real power comes from knowing that things hardly ever stay the same. By keeping an eye on trends and shifts, you can adapt faster and stay ahead. This flexibility is super important for staying on top of things. Expanding your influence means you can react to changes before they surprise you. One of the biggest perks of paying attention is that it helps you listen actively. Real observation is about listening, not just hearing. When you really listen, you catch the subtleties of what people are trying to say. It's not just the words, but also the feelings, intentions, and the unspoken messages behind them. This deeper understanding helps you get more involved in conversations and negotiations. Watching and noticing things helps you be more empathetic. When you pay attention to how others feel and what they're going through, you build better connections. Empathy is a quiet but strong force that attracts people to you. When people feel understood, they're more likely to trust and follow you. This emotional intelligence is key to becoming influential because it boosts your impact on others. Another part of being observant is learning from mistakes, both your own and those of others. By watching what went wrong in a situation, you can learn valuable lessons that help you steer clear of the same mistakes later on. Seeing failure without rushing to judge it turns it into a stepping stone for success. This kind of reflection builds wisdom, which is a powerful asset. Plus, taking the time to look at a problem from different angles can really sharpen your problem-solving skills helping you spot creative solutions that you might not see right away. It's clear that people who pay attention more often can think outside the box and come up with strategies that others wouldn't even think of. This ability to see beyond the obvious makes you more resourceful and adaptable. Plus, observing more helps you develop patience, which is a strong quality on its own. A lot of folks tend to act on impulse because they want quick results, but those who take the time to observe realize that real power often comes from waiting for the right moment. Patience lets you collect all the info you need before making your move, making sure that when you do take action, you do it effectively. Observation is all about being aware of people, places, situations, and yourself. The more you observe, the better you understand, and the better you understand, the more powerful you become. Power isn't just about taking action, it's also knowing when to act and when to hold back, when to talk, and when to listen. It all starts with the simple yet important practice of observing more. The third step to becoming more powerful is confidence. Confidence is that inner belief you have. You have what it takes to succeed, no matter what challenges you face. That drive pushes you forward when others hold back. When you're confident, you radiate strength and certainty, which naturally attracts people and boosts your influence. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's a calm, unshakable belief in yourself and your skills. It all starts from within, accepting yourself and knowing you can handle whatever life throws your way. When you believe in yourself, you hold yourself differently. Your posture, tone of voice, and energy all show that you know where you stand in the world. This self-assurance not only gives you power, but also makes others feel confident around you, creating a wave of trust and respect. Confidence doesn't mean you never feel scared or unsure. It means you move ahead anyway. Fear and doubt are totally normal, but they don't have to run your life. Confidence is recognizing those feelings without letting them take over. Take charge of what you do. It's all about having the guts to take risks, make bold choices, and push yourself out of your comfort zone, even when you're not sure how things will turn out. One of the best ways to build your confidence is by being prepared. When you're well prepared, it lessens the unknown, which helps you feel more confident. Whether it's getting ready for a meeting, a presentation, or facing a new challenge in life, knowing you've put in the work gives you the confidence to tackle whatever comes at you. Preparation hones your skills and it strengthens your beliefs and skills. Another important part of confidence is trusting your gut. A lot of people second-guess themselves and doubt their own judgment, but the more you go with your instincts, the more confident you'll feel about your decisions. Your gut feelings come from your experiences, what you've seen, and your inner wisdom. Learning to trust yourself is key to building the confidence you need to take charge of your life. Confidence also means being resilient. Life will knock you down, but believing in yourself will help you bounce back every time. The stronger you believe in your ability to handle tough situations, the more control you have over your life. Every setback is a lesson, and every failure is a chance to grow. Confidence turns obstacles into stepping stones towards success. Another important part of confidence is self-awareness. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses helps you face challenges with realistic expectations. Confidence isn't about pretending to be perfect, it's about embracing who you are. Who you are, flaws and all, matters. When you're honest with yourself, you really start to build a solid foundation of self-trust. That honesty gives you a real sense of confidence that can't be easily shaken. Confidence is contagious. When you radiate it, people are naturally drawn to you. They want to be around someone who believes in themselves and their journey. This is why confidence is such a powerful tool in leadership and influence. People tend to trust those who are confident because it shows reliability, and that trust helps you in return. Broaden your horizons and make a difference. Building confidence takes practice. The more you push yourself and dive into new experiences, the more your confidence will grow. Every time you tackle a challenge, no matter how minor, you're boosting your belief in yourself. Over time, these little victories add up, helping you build a solid sense of self-confidence that encourages you to take on bigger and bolder challenges. Plus, confidence needs some self-care. When you look after your body, mind, and spirit, you naturally start to feel better. Taking care of yourself, staying active, being mindful, and getting enough rest all help boost your confidence. When you feel good, you do better, which makes you believe in your ability to tackle whatever life throws at you. Self-care isn't just a nice to have, it's essential for keeping that confidence strong. Another big part of confidence is your mindset. If you see life as a chance to grow and learn, you'll believe that with effort, you can always improve. That attitude really helps build your confidence, because it shows you that even if you don't have all the answers right now, you can still learn and build the skills you need. Confidence isn't a one-time thing. It grows as you learn, adapt, and get better over time. It's all about sticking with it. Sure, it's easy to feel confident when everything's going your way, but real confidence comes out when you're up against challenges. Persistence is about keeping at it when the going gets tough. It's that drive to keep moving forward, no matter how many bumps you hit along the way. Confidence gives you that push. Having the strength to stick it out and the ability to keep going is crucial for unlocking more power in your life. The fourth key to becoming more powerful is learning how to handle conflict. Conflict is something we all face, whether it's in our relationships, at work, or in society. You're going to run into disagreements, confrontations, and challenges. Being able to deal with conflict without losing your cool is a key skill that really separates powerful people from the rest. It's not about dodging conflict, it's about figuring out how to manage it. When you can handle conflict, you can tackle tough situations directly instead of dodging the tension. You see it as a chance to grow and solve problems. Skipping out on conflict usually causes even bigger issues later, but dealing with it up front helps you find solutions. People who stay cool and collected during conflicts come off as strong and capable, which boosts their influence. A big part of being okay with conflict is keeping your emotions in check. Conflict can really bring out strong feelings like anger, frustration, and fear. But if you let those feelings take charge, it can weaken your stance. It's super important to learn how to manage your emotions, especially when things get tense. Staying calm helps you think straight, make smarter choices, and keep your credibility intact. This self-control lets you handle conflict gracefully and with strength. Look, real power comes from understanding the other side. When you listen carefully, you get a better idea of where the other person is coming from, which helps you find common ground or build a stronger argument. Listening doesn't mean you have to agree, but it shows respect and can help calm things down. It's also key to remember that conflict isn't always a bad thing. In fact, it can spark positive change and innovation. Disagreements often bring out issues that need to be dealt with, giving you a chance to tackle them. You'll make progress more effectively when you learn to handle conflict. It starts to look like a chance to grow, both for yourself and in your relationships or organizations. Being open-minded is super important when dealing with conflict. If you go into a confrontation all stubborn, it makes it harder to solve the problem. But if you tackle conflict with an open mind and are willing to hear other perspectives, you make room for conversation and compromise. Being flexible doesn't mean stepping back from your stance can actually lead to better conversations and results. Being able to handle conflict boosts your leadership skills. Strong leaders aren't scared of tough talks or hard choices. They get that conflict is just part of moving forward. When you can handle disagreements in a team or organization, you create a vibe of trust and respect. People are more likely to follow a leader who can deal with conflict without letting it get out of hand. Damaging relationships or messing up the mission is another key part of handling conflict. It's easy to get swept up in the heat of the moment, but taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture keeps you grounded. When you focus on your long-term goals, conflicts turn into less about winning or losing and more about figuring out a way forward. This change in perspective helps you tackle conflicts in a smart way instead of getting all emotional. Being able to handle conflict also makes you stronger. Every time you get through a tough situation, you boost your confidence for handling whatever comes next. Dealing with conflict really puts your mental and emotional strength to the test, and getting through it makes you tougher. Being resilient when things get rough is a huge advantage that keeps you on track with your goals no matter what gets in your way. It's also about figuring out when to hold your ground and when to give a little. Not every disagreement has to turn into a fight. Part of being strong is knowing that. Knowing which battles are worth fighting and which ones to let go can really make a difference. Sometimes, just stepping away from a pointless argument is the best move. Other times, it's important to stand your ground on your values and beliefs to keep your integrity and influence intact. Communication is crucial when it comes to resolving conflicts. If you can share your thoughts clearly and respectfully, you reduce the chances of misunderstandings and boost the likelihood of sorting things out. Strong individuals are good at communicating and can express their ideas effectively. They know how to keep things cool without making the conflict worse. They use their words to ease the tension and connect with others instead of driving a wedge. Being able to handle conflict shows maturity and wisdom. It means you get that life isn't always easy, and you're ready to tackle challenges instead of avoiding them. Conflict isn't something to be scared of. It's something to manage. When you can deal with conflict well, you become a stronger and more respected person. Handling tough situations without freaking out is super important for personal and professional growth. The fifth key to becoming more powerful is learning to operate quietly. Power doesn't always need to shout about itself. In fact, the most powerful people usually work behind the scenes without seeking attention. Moving in silence means making progress without showing off every little step. It helps you concentrate on your goals without distractions from others and adds an element of surprise. When you start succeeding, keeping things quiet gives you the upper hand. If you share too much about your plans, you invite distractions, unwanted opinions, or even sabotage. By keeping your actions to yourself, you stay in control of your progress and keep outside influences at bay. This helps you stay focused on your goals, making your efforts more effective and intentional. One of the best things about being discreet is that it helps you protect your energy. When you're always talking, when it comes to your plans, keep them to yourself. Sharing them can invite doubts, criticism, or jealousy from others, which can drain your focus. By staying quiet, you shield your energy from negativity. Silence creates space between your goals and all the distractions out there, letting you focus on taking action. Plus, when you're working in silence, it builds anticipation. People won't know what you're up to or what your next move is, giving you an advantage to carry out your plans without interference. The element of surprise is a strong weapon. When you pull off something amazing out of nowhere, it not only shocks people, but also earns their respect and admiration. Staying quiet is also a great strategy. When you keep it low-key, you can pay attention and pick up on important info. The less you share about your own plans, the more you can figure out what others are up to and what they want. By keeping things under wraps, you become a sharper observer, which helps you make better choices and stay ahead of the game. Some people are so caught up in talking about their next moves, but moving quietly teaches you patience. It's easy to want validation by sharing your goals, but real strength comes from keeping your ambitions to yourself until you've achieved them. Patience really pays off in the long run. When you keep it low-key, you learn to trust the process and stay focused on your end goal, instead of getting sidetracked by needing attention right away. Try to avoid putting pressure on yourself by discussing your plans. Talking about what you want to do can set up expectations, and if things don't work out, you might feel judged by others. By keeping your goals to yourself, you can take off that pressure. You can change your mind, switch things up, or even fail without having to explain yourself to anyone. This freedom lets you try new things and grow without worrying about what others think. Sometimes it's better to let your actions do the talking instead of saying too much. Keep it low-key. You're always grinding, growing, and improving, but you're not looking for praise with every little thing you do. Instead, you let your results speak for themselves. The strength of flying under the radar is that it shows just how capable you are without needing to explain or justify yourself all the time. Moving quietly is a sign of humility. When you don't need to brag about every win or share every plan, it shows you're confident enough to let your achievements do the talking. Humility is the real deal. Strength isn't about hiding your talents or running away from success. It's about having a quiet confidence that doesn't rely on others' approval. Keeping things to yourself helps you dodge unnecessary competition. When people know what you're up to, they might feel the urge to compete with you or try to outdo your accomplishments. By keeping your plans under wraps, you cut out comparisons and competition, allowing you to concentrate on your own journey without stressing over what others are doing. To outshine them, keep your peace. When you operate quietly, you steer clear of the chaos and drama that often come with sharing your goals. You won't have to deal with constant opinions, distractions, or the emotional ups and downs that come from seeking approval. Instead, you can stay calm and clear-minded, focusing only on what you need to do to reach your goals. Moving in silence builds your credibility. When people see you achieving great things without bragging or seeking attention, I naturally respect you more. Your success really speaks for itself, and people will see the strength in your quiet determination. This kind of respect lasts way longer than the short-lived admiration that comes from just talking about what you plan to do. Being silent and taking action creates lasting power. The sixth and final key to becoming more powerful is knowing yourself. Understanding yourself deeply is essential for personal growth, and it starts with some reflection. Self-awareness lets you figure out what you're good at, where you struggle, and what drives you. It's all about being real with yourself and taking the time to really look at what you do, the choices you make, and your habits. Without this self-awareness, it's tough to grow, adapt, or gain lasting strength. Knowing yourself takes some discipline. Reflecting on your experiences doesn't just happen randomly. It's something you have to do on purpose, and it requires effort. You need to carve out some quiet time in your life to really think about your goals and the direction you're heading. When you take a moment to clear your mind of distractions, you can really think about what's working for you and what isn't. This helps you make better choices going forward. Reflecting on things also lets you see how far you've come. By regularly checking in on what you've done and the results, you get a good sense of your current situation. It makes you hold yourself accountable. It's not just about knowing your position, it's about understanding how you ended up there. This practice helps you make sharper decisions and keeps you on track with your goals. Having a long-term vision keeps you focused and motivated in what you want to achieve. Building self-knowledge means taking notes, jotting down your thoughts, and tracking your progress. Writing down your reflections helps you sort out your thinking. It's one thing to have a thought, but when you put it into words, you can organize your ideas and make them clearer. Journaling, for example, can be a great way to discover more about yourself. It's a structured method to capture your insights, which you can go back to and learn from as you move forward. As you go through life, getting to know yourself means spotting the patterns in how you behave. By taking a moment to reflect, you can start to see the habits, triggers, and feelings that drive your actions. When you understand these patterns, you gain control over them. For instance, if you realize that stress makes you act on impulse, you can find ways to handle your stress better. The more you understand yourself, the better you can make choices that help you grow and succeed. Knowing yourself also means recognizing your limitations is key. Nobody's perfect. Real self-awareness means owning up to the areas where you can do better. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about being real and taking charge of your personal growth. When you know your weaknesses, you can either tackle them or team up with people who balance you out. This kind of awareness keeps you grounded and driven to improve. Plus, understanding who you are and what you believe in makes it easier to bounce back from challenges. When you face challenges, you've got a strong foundation to lean on, even when life throws curveballs at you. Instead of getting thrown off by tough times, you can stay steady and keep your eyes on your goals. This inner strength, which comes from being self-aware, is a big part of real power. The discipline it takes to reflect on yourself helps clear your mind. As you get into the habit of thinking about what you do, you train your brain to focus better. This focus boosts your ability to concentrate on what really matters and make smart decisions. Power isn't just about being strong, it's about being precise and wise. Knowing yourself sharpens your mind, helping you go through life with purpose and intention. When you understand yourself, it leads to better relationships, because you can communicate more effectively with others. You know what you want and need, and you can express those desires clearly and constructively. This level of self-awareness makes it easier to handle personal and professional relationships, build stronger connections, and earn respect. The people around you can really help you figure out if your actions match up with your values. As you get more in touch with what drives you, you can make sure your choices reflect what you truly believe in. This kind of alignment is key to building real strength. Folks who live with integrity and stick to their values are more likely to earn trust and have an impact. Knowing yourself helps you stay true to who you are instead of getting pulled in by outside influences. Another part of knowing yourself is being able to learn from your experiences. Looking back at your mistakes helps you figure out where you went wrong and how to do better instead of just making the same ones over and over. Treat each mistake like a lesson. This kind of growth mindset is crucial for gaining strength. The more you learn from your experiences, the smarter and more skilled you become. Being self-aware turns setbacks into opportunities. Plus, knowing yourself boosts your confidence. When you understand who you are and what you can do, you navigate life with assurance. This confidence isn't about being arrogant. It's a solid belief in yourself. Believe in yourself. Your true power comes from within. Knowing who you are is the key to tapping into that strength. The more you get to know yourself, the more control you have over your future. As you start your journey to becoming stronger, keep in mind that power isn't just about being in charge or using force. It's really about mastering yourself first. Every step we talked about, from staying calm to gaining self-knowledge, builds a solid foundation for real strength. Remember, power doesn't just happen overnight. It's something you earn. With patience, discipline, and persistence, you can learn to observe, build confidence, handle conflict, know when to stay quiet, and be aware of yourself, all of which help you grow. These are the keys to reaching your full potential. Strong people don't just react to life, they shape it. They act with purpose but keep things low-key. They stay strong when times get tough, but they stay calm. They know who they are and where they're going, and nothing can rattle them. These principles aren't just guidelines, they're the foundation for success. Just focus on your strategy. It's the roadmap to becoming who you're meant to be. If you want to change your life, stop waiting for the perfect moment and tap into the power that's already inside you. No one can take that away unless you let them. So, quit talking about what you plan to do. Just do it. Don't ask for permission to succeed. Just go for it. Let your actions speak so loudly that no one can ignore your light. This isn't just a bunch of ideas. It's a path to a better, stronger you. Become a stronger version of yourself by following these principles, because your life and future are way too important to just leave to chance.